this episode we will start sailing to Brest, but we have to abort the trip and return to Cherbourg due to a critical failure on board. Welcome to Sailing Yacht Frida og Visby. We left our hectic business life to go sailing with Frida og Visby and our cat Lisa. Our goal for the spring 2021 is to reach the Mediterranean Sea. So we are getting ready to departure. We have cleaned up the saloon so that we shouldn't have. I'm going to take out the garbage. Anders is making ready up in the cockpit. So we are leaving first to refuel and then we go to Brest. We are preparing to leave Cherbourg. That looks okay. Yeah. We are at the fuel dock. We are going to fill diesel, but we are with the wrong side too, but that was the side where we had all the senders. So we hope that we can make that the hose is long enough. I think so. We just discovered that we have a damage in the gel coat. So I will ask my brother, Bertel, what to do about that. It's quite hard when it doesn't have a lock. You have to keep it in all the time. Now we have refuel. Anders is up and paying. And apart from that, we are ready to leave. The neighbor we had from Guernsey has also left, so they have probably had an exemption too. And we talked to a French sailor, but he had not been able to get the exemption to leave yet. So. I think it is that they might want the foreign boats to leave French territory, so that's why it's a bit easier for us, perhaps, but that's just a guess. Bye bye, Cherbourg. That's the big Cité Maritime, which is a big marine museum. That was a different construction of the mast. Sure is strong, but looks a bit strange. start taking the tenders. This is... Der er en road der! Jaha, det var dagens träningspass. Gungliven. Finally sit down and relax a little bit. So, this is where we biked all the way along. You can see the cars moving. There is a special bike lane between the road and the water. So you can bike all the way out there to where the wall starts, and there you can walk. You're not allowed to bike on the wall. Walk all the way out to the little fortress or old fortress there. Really nice tour. 6 kilometers from the port office. 6.5 perhaps, and 1 kilometer is the wall, so 2 kilometers walk and 12, 13, 14 kilometers bike tour, something. Now Anders, can you explain? You have been in contact with Raymarine because we have a problem with the autopilot.
We have problem with our network, and I think I found what the problem is. Just got the same situation now where it messes up the messages, but I think I have overused a feature that translates between old C-Talk and new C-Talk MG. I haven't followed the rule of only having 5 on the C-Talk side. I think I have 7 or 8 different things on the C-Talk side. Plus we have the autopilot on the C-Talk side. So I'll need to redo that. So
yeah.
Let's work for another day or week or whatever it would be.
Yeah. And probably you need to buy another device or something.
Yeah. Now it's messing up again.
Yeah. Bit annoying because
Bit annoying.
you want to be able to trust the autopilot. We just discovered a problem.
I think we need to turn around.
Okay. The engine is charging 16 volts, and that's not good for the battery, so we're turning around. This is a problem. This is why we have turned around. We actually are on our way back to Cherbourg, and Anders is trying to find the number for the firm that made the change of alternator on the engine for us, because we're afraid that this will fry our batteries if we continue like this for 24 hours. A racer. Got the right name for being a racer also. Maserati. Now we are on our way back to Cherbourg because we are still charging too much. I don't know what it is at the moment.
15.5 just.
15.4.
Which is 1.5 or 1.1 volt too much.
It was 6. Yeah. It was.
Another one.
Yeah. It was 16.6 or 16.7 when it was.
Too much.
Yeah. So we decided to turn back and have the firm that installed the new alternator on the engine to check it to see if they did something wrong. seems like it's got off a little bit. Pictures of here. Trying to replicate the problem we had at sea.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. Okay.
Nej. Och jag kan se lyser de inte överhuvudtaget vid något tillfälle. Nej. This is the backside of Cité de la Mer, which is a big museum, and one of the masterpieces is this submarine, which I actually saw from the sea today. So this is as close as I get since the museum is closed, but at least I can see it. It's big. It's really big. Bye. That is a nuclear submarine. Too bad that we can't see it inside. It's absolutely fantastic. So you are there. We aren't on our way to Brest. Seems like we are going to be stuck here in Cherbourg, because it turns out that it wasn't just the alternator on our main engine that was broken, it's also the regulator. Här sitter vi ju bra. Ja, det var ju varmare här. Ja, det var ju varmare här. Visste du det? Ja. Vad ska du titta på? Ska du titta på fiskarna? It looks a bit church-like, so, but not quite. So maybe it's a old monastery or something. Could remind of that. This was a pretty view of it, and yeah, definitely I think it is some kind of monastery. I will have to check it. I saw it the other day when Anders and I was out biking. Decided to take a walk up here and see it again. Ah, this is the front side. I approached it from the back. There is a kind of front garden which is well kept. Matilda, the granddaughter of William the Conqueror and widow to Henry V, often referred to as the Empress, fled her English vassals in 1145 and got onto a frail bark, which was caught up in a storm. She vowed to heaven that she would found an abbey on the spot if she reached shore. The bark struck land to the west of Cherbourg, and Notre Dame de Vaux monastery is a seafront monastery right on the old English-French front line. In 1758 it became part of the battalion as a military hospital, and in 1944 the Allied fought hard to win it back from the Germans. So now we know a little bit more about what this ruin is and what it has been in its parts. If you sail to Cherbourg, I can recommend that you take a walk or a bike tour up here and have a look. Today it's a museum, so if it wasn't due to COVID-19, I would certainly have gone inside. If you like this video, remember to give the thumbs up and subscribe and hit the little bell button. And in next episode we will continue, and this time we will arrive at Brest. But something unexpected happened.